know, have any of you seen how an elephant, baby elephants are trained in the circus? Because you see these, you know, these little men, and they're guiding these huge 2-ton elephants. And you're like, how does he do it, you know?
And they are away from the stick, they still go all around.
That's it.
I mean, they go in,
exactly.
You know, they don't go away.
Essentially, they tie the baby up, and it tries to pull away at the beginning, but it's so difficult and it cuts itself every time that after a while it gives up. It doesn't bother. So even when it's a huge elephant, they tie this same string around, which all the elephant has to do is go like this and run away. He doesn't do it because why? He's been programmed. It's just going to burn me, it's going to cut my leg, I won't even try. So he did it a little in the beginning, he took some action, he got the result of pain, and then he just developed this belief that I can't do it. And I often say that we ourselves are like these baby elephants. There are things, little strings holding us, which have been put in our mind from, we have been wired, our actual brain has been wired with certain beliefs since you were young. And yet now, it's like that elephant, you're a huge elephant, and all you have to do is tuck, and you can break that string. But you don't even dare think about it. You're like, we don't do that. It'll hurt. These neurons are wired, essentially. It's a kind of, they're linked. The neurons are linked. And the more you have a thought, the more you reinforce that link. And if you start having new thoughts, the old links go away, and your brain can be rewired by persisting on new types of thinking. So we're going to work with that, how you can rewire your brain today. You can make the start of a new connection in your brain. For example, half of you in the room are going to see an old lady in this picture. Why? Because you're wired in that way. The other half is going to see the young lady. How many of you see the old lady? Lift your hand. See the same picture in a different way, depending on what we're used to. And look, there's a whole different way of observing a reality just by switching perspective. And when you switch perspective, your life changes. You've been training behaviors since you were young. Perhaps when you were young, if you cried a lot, Mommy would give you a present. Or maybe she'd give you chocolate. So you link getting sad with chocolate. Feeling better through chocolate. That was a neural connection. Your brain was wired in that way since young. And now in order to rewire your brain, you need to start exercising new thoughts. And this goes back to our ancient Greek philosopher. Since we're in Greece, I thought I'd bring up Aristotle. He said, you are what you repeatedly do. So if you want to change something, you have to start repeatedly doing something else. You're a smoker because you repeatedly smoke, right? You're a moaner because you repeatedly moan. So it's practice. You're not your character. You can train a new character. So by changing your thoughts, you will change your destiny. And make a fist and start making it tight. Pull it tight. Push it tight. So that it's hurting. Okay? I don't hear you crying. Okay. So you're getting there. Is it feeling numb? Is it beginning to feel numb and painful? Keep it tight. All right. Now very gently, very slowly, release it. And just notice how your fist is feeling. How's it feeling? Feels a little better? Is it numb? Yeah. A little numb? Yeah. And it's difficult to open up. You almost need the other hand. Yeah. It's difficult and slow. This is what I call psychoanalysis. 10 years of slowly opening up and becoming free again. It's numb, you can't feel it. This is our heart sometimes. You know, we scrunch up, we've been hurt sometimes, and we're never going to open up again. We're going to be tough as steel. Nothing's going to break it. And on the count of 3, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go, and we're going to open it all together at once. 1, 2, 3. Freedom. How does that feel? You can do that. You don't have to take years and years and years of slow opening up. This is the difference between behavior behavioral and psychoanalysis. Psychoanalysis is a lot of analyzing. And behavioral is I train a new behavior. I just do it. I wake up and I try to walk differently to work today. I just walk differently. It's a little weird. Your husband will say, oh, you're walking differently. Yeah, I like it like this. Slowly, you know. Today, we're going to process, because at the root of all anxiety is a fear. Have you ever heard of this myth of Perseus? In ancient Greece, we have myths. I'm going to just give you a short version. The hero Perseus, he was like someone like Hercules. And he went on many adventures. And one of the adventures was his meeting with the Medusa. Does anybody know what the Medusa would do if you looked at her in the eyes? You'd become a stone. And Perseus was able to get the Medusa herself to freeze and become stone by doing what?
Looking at herself.
Right.
The mirror.
Exactly, a mirror. He held a mirror to her, and she froze herself, became stone, and crumbled. So this is a symbol. I think the ancient Greek myths, they're the perfect myths for modern psychology. We are going to hold a mirror to your inner Medusa, your inner deep fear and anxiety. Don't worry, it's going to be personal work. You're not going to have to stand up and tell everybody. Would you like that? To look at what is your deepest fear right now? Yeah? We're going to look at that, pull it out, turn it to dust, and you're going to be free of it. Putting some fearful music on for you. Carmina Burana. If anybody needs a block, does anybody? Is when A is speaking, just look at her or him in the eyes. You don't want to be looking at the ceiling while she's filling out her guts. Okay. I want you to have an open body posture, like you're listening with all your sense. And that's about it. Open your heart and be there for the other person. They're about to tell you their deepest fear, people. Okay. Excellent. How are you feeling? Yes! Okay, excellent. So who would like, I want some brave women, I want to see some brave women come right up here and declare your affirmation to the world. You need witnesses to your new self. That's why when we get married, we have witnesses. Otherwise, we just do it alone. The point is to share. Strut your stuff. We don't need it because we know it off by heart. Yeah. It's in here. I want to put both your hands in the air and just say it. All right. That's my girl. Next, let's go for it. You don't need it? Because you know it, huh?
Again.